what's going on YouTube? So wanted to come at you with just a quick test. The archery season's coming right around the corner, and if you're like me, you're getting everything tuned up, ready to rock and roll, and you may be wondering, what broadhead should I be using this year? Should I stick with the tried and true, the one that I've used the last couple of years, or should I try something different and just see how they perform? So I've been shooting mechanical broadheads for pretty much my entire bow hunting career. I've tried a few fixed blades here and there, but never really stuck with it. Always opted back to the mechanicals. So I've shot Rage, I've shot Naps, I've shot G5s, Grim Reapers, and I ended up really liking these ones right here. This is what I shot last year. These are the Nap Spitfires. I found these on sale and thought I'd give them a try, and been pretty happy with those. So they've knocked down 2 deer in the last couple of years and haven't had any issues on failures or opening or deflecting or anything like that. So these were pretty good. Now, my favorite one is this one right here. This is my favorite mechanical. I have never had an issue with this one whatsoever, and look at that cut. It's like 2-inch cut. It's huge, and these blades are nice and sharp. I mean, this one I believe has been through 1 deer and maybe a coyote, but it's still got a decent sharpness. I mean, I wouldn't shoot another animal with that. I'll replace the blades before I use it again, but these things are amazing and they fly very good. I shot my biggest antelope to date at 73 yards with this thing, clean pass through. I mean, you can't really say much more about that. 73 yards, clean pass through. He went 5 feet and dropped. So always have a couple of these in my quiver. So this year we're going to, like I said, try fixed blades. Now I said a shooting test with them, and I'm just going to put these blades back in here so you can see what they look like. But we did a fly test. So the fly test was a 20-yard range. Now, the best flight test is to get them out 40, 50, 60 yards. And if they fly true at those ranges or farther, then you're going to be pretty much guaranteed that at 20 to 30 yards, you're going to be good to go. You're going to be golden. But unfortunately, I didn't have access to a 60 to 70 yard range at the time I did the test. So we're sticking with 20 yards. And anyway, hunting in the woods through the tree stand, I'm probably not going to shoot more than 20 to 30 yards, 40 yards at the max. So this gives me a pretty good understanding of how they're going to fly at the ranges I'm going to be shooting this year. So anyway, the first one that we tested was a G5 Striker, and this is a pretty good head. It's a heavy duty. The blades are fairly thick. I mean, they're fairly big, not big, but they're fairly thick, and they're nice and sharp. And if you shoot 1 deer, you don't have to replace the head by a new one. You just get new blades, so that's pretty cool. And it gives you the option to use them and reuse them again. Now, if you hit something hard, bone or whatnot, you may blunt that down a little bit. So you can just take a file or something and file it down and make it sharp again. But these are good, they fly well, and you'll see that here in the test shortly. So this is the first one that we're gonna shoot. Second one we're gonna shoot in the test is the Nap Thunderhead. This is just a classic model type design, and these ones are replaceable blades too. As you just seen, they're falling out. So anyway, this one does not fly as well as the Striker right out of the gate. I mean, you got to do a little bit of tuning with this one, but for short ranges, I'm not even gonna worry about that. Anyway, we're gonna just do it this way. So anyway, shorter ranges, I would say 20, 30, damn thing keeps falling apart. 20, 30 yards, you should be good to go. I don't know if I'd have the confidence to shoot this thing out to 60 to 70 yards, but you never know. If you take a lot of time to tinker around with it and get it tuned in just fine, you'd probably be good. I just honestly don't have patience for that, so I like something that shoots a little bit straighter right out of the box. And so these ones are good for shorter distances, but they don't fly as good as the Striker does. So that is the second one that we tested. Third one we tested, this one's probably, as far as flight, my favorite. This one is a G5 Montec. This thing flies pretty close to a field point, and no tuning really required on that. And the only thing I don't like about this, and the reason that I don't use this blade, is that I just can't seem to get it as sharp as I want it to. Granted, this is an older version of the Montec, and I hear that the newer ones are a little bit sharper, but just knowing that this one was not as sharp, I mean, it was pretty dull actually when I got it out of the box. So why would you put a broadhead out for sale that isn't able to cut anything? So I mean, for me, it's not ethical to use this one, especially if you can't get it razor sharp. So I don't use this one. I do like the way it flies, but again, it's not fair to the animal to use a dull blade. The newest one and the last one that we shot is this one. This is the Slick Trick Viper Trick. Now I like this because the blades are thick, they're heavy duty, they're very, very sharp. The top is rugged and sharp and pointy. I mean, this is just an all-around good blade, and it flies well. It flies almost as good as this one. To be honest with you, I have full confidence that this one will shoot out 70, 80 yards, no problem. And yeah, so this one is going to be the one that I'm going to have in my quiver, of course, along with the Grim Reaper broadheads as backup just in case. But this is going to be the one we're trying this year. So, you know, stick around. We'll have some hunting footage for you later on in the season, and we'll see what this thing does to an actual deer. So enjoy the flight test. Hopefully this helps a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, you know, please leave it in the comment section, and make sure you hit subscribe to the channel, and we'll get some more of this stuff to you and a little more detailed stuff coming down the pipes as well. So, all right, guys, y'all have a good one. Happy hunting, and good luck to you out there. Not too bad, a little low. So, actually, that's pretty good. G5 striker, 20 yards. Yeah, we're a little high on that one. Left and right's good. It's a little bit high. I'll take it. The Montecs have always flown very well for me. I'll explain why I don't use them here in a little bit. That's a G5 Montec. Not too bad. 20 yards. All right, let's go take a look at it. That shit flies pretty good, don't it? I'll take it. Slick Trick Viper Trick, 20 yards. I think we'll be all right.